Hello everyone. In this video we will learn about the DHT11 sensor, which is a very inexpensive and a pretty good sensor when it comes to measuring ambient conditions like the ambient temperature and the relative humidity. Today we will learn how to use this sensor with the MicroPython language on a Raspberry Pi Pico, and as you can see here, this sensor comes in two packages. This one on the right with 4 pins is the DHT11 sensor, and when combined on a PCB and given some additional passive components like this 10 kilo ohm pull-up resistor, it is known as a module. This code and demonstration will work for both. If you have a module with this 3 pins, then you only need to connect like I will show you later in the diagram. And if you have this sensor with 4 wires, you have to leave this third pin unconnected and only use this pin VCC for 3.3 volt supply, this fourth pin for ground, and this second pin for signal. In many cases there is also a 10 kilo ohm pull-up resistor used between VCC and signal, but I have checked, and if you do not use it, then also you will get the same values. So in this demonstration I have not used any pull-up resistor between the VCC and signal. So first let me show you the MicroPython code and the demonstration of this setup. So first let me run the MicroPython script. You can see after every 2 seconds you are getting a value. It is showing temperature is 29 degrees Celsius and relative humidity is 60%. Now if I touch the sensor with some moist hand, you may notice that there is a change in the readings. Note the relative humidity is increasing. It has reached 95%, which is the theoretical maximum the sensor can measure. And similarly temperature is also fluctuating a little bit. The temperature is also increasing. Now if I remove my hand in a little amount of time, the relative humidity will come back. Now the relative humidity is coming back to the normal 50-60% range. So we can say that the code and the temperature sensor and the humidity sensor is working, but it is subjected to proper calibrations with some standard equipment before using it in any commercial project or in any kind of project, or when you want to acquire data which is pretty much accurate, then you need to first calibrate it with some standard equipment. So now let us come to the MicroPython code. First you have to import pin class from the machine module, import utime for giving proper time delays and sleep. Then there is a special library which is written by someone, I don't know, but that library is working pretty accurately, and I will tell you how to download it, and I will leave the link in the comment sections in the description down below. So first you have to import this library DHT, and you have to save it in your MicroPython's flash memory like this. Okay, the device is busy. I will show you in a later part of this video that in the Raspberry Pi Pico's memory you have to put this DHT file, and then from that DHT file you have to import this class DHT11. This is for that particular DHT11 sensor. Now after importing this class, you have to dedicate a pin, DHT pin. I have attached it at GPIO 16. You may choose any GPIO as per your requirements. Configure it in the input mode with a internal pull down resistance. Now create an infinite while loop. Give a time sleep of 2 seconds for the sensor to settle, and also in the datasheet it is clearly mentioned that you have to wait at least 2 seconds to get the next reading. Now you have to create a new sensor object. I have named it DST sensor, and make an instance of this class DST11, and in this class you have to give this pin as the parameter DST pin. It means that on pin number 16 you are creating a DST sensor. Now on this object apply these methods, temperature and humidity, in order to read the temperature values in degree Celsius and humidity value in terms of percentage and relative. So on this DST sensor object, this you have to apply this method to get the temperature value, and on similar sensor object you have to apply the humidity method in order to get this humidity value. And now this is printing temperature in degree Celsius, and this is printing relative humidity in terms of percentage, and then give a next line character if you want to have this space in between two readings. Okay, so this is the reading. After every 2 seconds the reading is changing. So this is all about the DST sensor. And one more thing, this sensor is actually quite inexpensive and can be used for a range of temperature from 20 degrees Celsius to 60 degrees Celsius ambient, and with a relative humidity from I think 0 to 95% is the maximum for this sensor, and with a tolerance of plus minus 5% in relative humidity and a tolerance of plus minus 2 degrees Celsius for measuring the temperature. So for DIY type of projects it can be used without any problem, and as you can see it is giving pretty accurate readings. I have also verified that the temperature is around 28-29 degrees Celsius using a physical thermometer. So let us see how to install the DST library in the Raspberry Pi Pico's flash memory. So first of all you have to download that dst.ey file from the link that I will give you in the description down below. After you download it, what you have to do is to open the dst.py file in this Thonny IDE. This is how the file looks. It is quite a lengthy file, so you do not have to change anything in this file. Now you have to go to this view and click on this files tab. It will open this file system of your Raspberry Pi Pico. Here you can see main.py, and you will see other files which you have already stored on your Pico's flash memory. So now what you have to do is you have to save this file, this dst.py file in the flash memory. So you will go to that file and click on save as. Now Thonny will ask you the location where you want to save this file. You have to choose Raspberry Pi Pico, and you have to give the name dht.py as the extension, and you have to hit OK. Now you can see that in this Raspberry Pi Pico's memory system or the flash system you have this library dst.py, which is already now installed, and you can use the import statement and use it for this project. And so thank you very much for watching this video, and please do subscribe to my channel. Thank you.